It's quite a sizable farm, to be honest. But if you see foreign nationals coming in with huge corporate money, which they have access to a lot easier, how was that working for you?
These systems are supposed to be housed in the greenhouses, especially in periods where it's the rainy season, of course. So lots of rain comes, and what it does is that it dilutes our nutrients here.
Okay.
So that automatically means we have to use more nutrients in seasons like this. In the dry seasons, it's evaporations, but then when they're in the house, they're under a more controlled environment, and it's actually better for us to plant there. So like in situations like this where our nutrients have been diluted in the rains, actually have to monitor them more than we would normally. But then it's really
So you spoke about you feeding them. What are you feeding them?
we have the same things that are in the soil for us to grow. The open field farmer still uses fertilizers on his soil. Basically, we've been able to deduce the things that the plants need. The normal ones that we know, NPK, magnesium, calcium, phosphorus, all of these things are just the things that they need to grow. Nitrogen, maybe we can even substitute with nitrogen, fixing bacteria and all of that.
So this is a all natural process.
Yeah. In the other houses, I'll show you what we're doing with. So we do iceberg lettuce, cauliflower, broccoli, and the cabbages. Cabbages are the only ones on there. We've run cycles, I think 2 cycles of icebergs. Then cauliflower, broccoli, and a few guavas. So 6 to 8 weeks normally goes cereal based on the maturity stage you want them to be harvested at.
Oh my gosh, the girl that I met today has so much knowledge. Like, it really made me wonder how many people like her are out here in Plateau State, in Jos, in Nigeria, on the continent. Like, sometimes the future state isn't the government program, right? It's identifying people like this and giving them everything that they need to scale. I need to think about that one. She's amazing.
I'll show you what the greenhouses at the other end look like and why this is a special advantage. So normally in a conventional house, there's this is an 8 by 24 meter house. And because it's an 8 by 24 meter house, there's like a ring within which we can put our plants. So we have 350 dust buckets in this house. Well, we have 700 plants. See the way it works. So it multiplies it twice by 2. So for this system, our tank is in the ground.
Okay, what made you decide to do that?
So it's like a downward suction. So it collects the extra nutrients, transports it down. If the tank was up, that would have been a bit difficult, especially since we have a pump inside the tank that still brings it back up. So this is the vertical growth tower. And on this system, we don't have plants on all of this. Maybe they've been harvested or they've been sold up, and we have some more in the nursery. So we always have nursery, so that we can transplant whenever we have gaps. So this system is very peculiar. It is always advising my house. I don't know why, but mothers and chefs. So I have a few chef friends, and they are spicy. So chefs are like that. They like to grow their scalp. So I say it to the chefs, you can grow different things on different tiers. I say to the mothers, your kitchen is literally as small as this. It fits in the corners of your kitchens, your backyard, anywhere that you can fit it, it fits. And every tier can grow a different kind of leafy vegetable.
Okay. How does it work?
So it has a pump in it. Visualize with me a fountain. You know how fountains work when the water is released, it has a pump, it collects, it releases, and there's constant flow. There's that constant flow that's happening. That same way this system works. Let me show you this. Your roots is your target.
Okay.
Can you see the reservoir area? Yeah. So your roots is the target, and they grow large, and you determine at what point you would harvest. Also, we know our soil health for systems like this based on the purity, the color of the roots. So the whiter they are, the healthier they are.
Oh, yeah, pretty white.
Yeah, it gets better.
So you said that the fueling that it needs, it could be electricity or it can be solar.
Yeah.
So you're using solar, I'm imagining, yeah.
Yeah, we run a well system.
Okay.
So in situations where we don't have electricity, we switch immediately.
Okay.
So there's always power.
Fantastic. Oh.
Still have peppers to side. And bigger, even if you actually scout through the lip. Some of them there. And
But people still buy when they're small.
Yeah, they do. So they are grades in the
Okay.
market. Yeah, the
Oh, you had to
premium
see
ones.
different sizes in there today. I never
Yeah.
thought much of it. I'm used to getting universal sizing from a supermarket, right?
Okay. You
So
see those.
it's always good to see different sizes, but I didn't know there was different grades.
There are different grades, just like coffee in the market. Yeah, there are different grades. So we run a lot of trials also. You can see these are habaneros. They've been growing so much. They have a very good shelf life. I've had a couple of them in my house for like 2 weeks and they are still good. So no GMOs, by the way. These are the grow bag systems. This is also a system that we run lots of trials with. We've done green beans here that we ate on the farm. We gave out to eat on the farm. It was just so good. We've done carrots as well. They are just, it's like the best type of farm when you're talking profit. And that's because it's easily managed, like I've said. It's neat to handle. The way we farm, we try to focus on the knowledge and not on the strenuous labor. This is how many weeks? 2 months. By the 3rd month, we'll start to harvest. Then you'll see those sizes, the supermarket sizes that you speak about.
Yeah.
I think I would love to show you what they look like.
I feel you've been quite intentional and strategic. I'm a strategist, so for me, like looking at how you've been approaching things, it's quite impressive. And also, it's good to know that you have a testing bed.
Currently, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aisles. We've had conversations like that where farmers wanted 6 aisles in a bid to maximize the space. So there's like a 50 cm drip tape and a 30 cm drip tapes. These are 30 cm drip tapes, and it kind of allows you to have more plants in it. For starters, we also may encourage that you use 50 cm drip tapes because then it spaces the plants more. And you want to consider that when you're thinking about infestations. Yeah, because they spread faster because when they're closer. But then we're professionals. We know how to control these things even before they happen.
What is it like economically?
Farming in the open field, you have to consider soil sample treatment, soil analysis. A good example is in the rainy seasons right now. We have a lot of nematodes in our soil, the worms. And one of the major ways, indicators that you know that you have those in your soil is when you start to have wilting. So you just walk into your greenhouse one morning, fresh morning, you're happy and you want to harvest and you find out that your crops are wilting. Not because they lack nutrients, not because something happened or there's an infestation. They are nematodes, they are worms, they are earthworms in your soil eating away at the things. So that is one of the things we don't have to worry about when we use this. So again, we know we're not treating anything. Another thing is they are cost effective because we're taking off the waste of the farmers. They are willing to let it go to us. So it's cheaper for us.
When we was talking about supplying locally and having conversations with people, distribution and access, of course, you're here, you're growing. It's quite a sizable farm, to be honest. But if you see foreign nationals coming in with huge corporate money, which they have access to a lot easier, how was that working for you? Because working as an investor, I know myself personally firsthand that access to capital is a lot easier for them. Proof of concept is usually increased so much more when they're dealing with people on the continent or smallholder farmers. They probably want an end product before someone will even consider looking at your product. So how were you managing that?
It's going to be like a double-edged sword because there are advantages and disadvantages to it. I'd like to highlight the importance of the internet and documentation. That's also been questioned right now with the advent of AI and all of that. But then that's why we do things like this, where we open up our farms for due diligence, we open up our farms to the farmers themselves, to investors, and we want you to see what we're doing. We want you to experience it live. For people and situations where we can't do that, then of course we employ the use of pictures, documents, farmer testimonials, sales records and all of those things, because at the heart of it, we cannot scale by ourselves. If we want to go big, then we are going to need the investment, we are going to need the support if we are going to reach the places that we want to reach. So we've been considering schools as places just to open up their minds, also set up farms and make sure that they can grow the foods that they eat. IDP camps and all of these things, these are like conversations that I try to have with people that I believe are in spaces to help us push these visions forward. At the end of the day, it all comes down to what can you present? What can you present? And then when you present it, can you back it up with data?
Well, that's a hard thing, obviously. A lot of the stuff that you're doing, if you're buying products, etc., the informalities.
Yes.
So talk me how you're navigating that, because you know people want a receipt for everything, but if you buy from someone very locally and you're just exchanging cash, how do you prove that?
In cases like this where we can't get receipts, is kind of difficult. Which, because it will mean that we may have to leave the people at our grassroots and go to the bigger people. So it's kind of breaking, it's not closing a gap, it's making the gap wider. We are here for the smallholder farmers. If we cannot patronize the people at the smallholder level, what are we doing?
Is there anything that you thought of that might work around that?
Yeah, I actually have. So in cases like this, we usually substitute with maybe bank receipts with the people's names, but then that makes due diligence harder as well.
I guess the main thing again is going to be access for you in order to be able to scale. Because you definitely have the know-how.
Yeah.
You're building, you have proof of concept. If you were to scale, what would that look like for you?
We've been thinking about expanding. One of the things that you learn if you actually start a farm like this is quantity is king.